Hello, I'm Crystal Washington, technology strategist and futurist.
And I'm Karen McCullough, the millennial evangelist who helps you adapt to change. And today, we want you to rethink it forward.
And by rethink it forward, we mean that there are things that have worked for us in the past that aren't going to work for us in the future. And if we were to be really honest, they're not even working for us right now.
No, they're not. So guess what day it is? It's Friday.
Fun Friday.
Whoa, yeah, Fun Friday. This one's going to be fun. So the question is, what are you watching? What are you watching on TV? Or what are you watching, period? We want to know. So we'll share, and then we want you to share with us because we need your ideas because we're getting bored with our own.
Yeah, I don't know if we're running out of ideas, but I'm always looking for additional things. Because Karen, what I'm noticing is that my tastes are going further and further outside of what would traditionally be normal. I think because I just have so much time on my hands. What about you, Karen?
I'm pretty normal. I watch all the pop shows, you know. I'm always looking for something new, and I've got some eclectic things that I've been watching lately.
Okay, so like name one thing you've watched on Netflix.
Okay, so I had to watch The Tiger King. I had to find out what everybody on every channel was talking about. I still haven't used Carol Baskin as a verb yet, but I've heard people are saying, "Oh my God, you're Carol Basking me." So, did you watch any of Tiger King?
I did. My best friend told me that I need to watch it. It's like a train wreck, and I started watching it, and I remember being so angry with myself, Karen, but I couldn't turn away. I literally sent him a text message using very colorful language saying, "How dare you do this to me? I can't believe you have me watching this." But you couldn't turn away.
Couldn't stop. And then I realized that I was addicted. I was addicted to the tigers, right? So I have to admit that I'm glad that one's over. My big favorite is Ozark. I have been a follower since the very beginning. And you know, I'm a little bit, maybe people say I'm a little bit gruesome, or I like a little bit more of that dark side, because I thought season 3 was the best. I really enjoyed it. What are you watching?
So yeah, we finished Ozark, and for anyone who hasn't seen the ending of season 3, oh my God, there's no other word for it. So yes, I did watch that. There's also a new show called Black AF. I'll let you figure out what AF stands for. So I was watching that. That is probably one of the strangest shows I've ever seen with the cast and production of African Americans I've ever seen in my life. That was interesting. And additionally, Karen, I've developed this really different infatuation with watching comedies on Netflix. But here's the kicker. I'm not watching American comics. I'm watching comics in other countries perform comedy for their country, okay? So I'll give you an example. There's a guy named Fari, who's a Frenchman, and he has a 2-part special called Hexagon, okay? And it's all in French, so I'm watching it in subtitles. But it was fascinating because you see the cultural nuances, and I mean, it was hilarious, but you learn so much about the culture through their comedy. And then also when you're watching comedy in another language, you're paying even more attention to the gestures that cause people to laugh along with the words. And then
that's good. That's good. That's good advice.
Check it out, Fari. And then the other one I recently watched, like yesterday, Kanan Gill, who's out of India. And his was actually in English, and it was amazing. I learned so much about the culture. And here's one for you, Karen. You know how we talk about dad jokes? Like if it's a dad joke, we say it's a dad joke. They say it's a P joke. Like a poor joke, right? So just watching foreign comedies, I've taken to it. So every time CJ comes in the room, he's like, "What language is this today?" And I'm just laughing, and he's hearing another language, not understanding what's happening at all.
Oh, I would never even think about watching another country's foreign subtitle comedian. I mean, that didn't even go together for me. So You're good, Crystal. I don't know where you get your thoughts, because I'm watching Killing Eve. So I'm like, whoa, let me go watch Killing Eve. That's about as foreign as I'm going to get, because they have a little bit of Russia in there and London. But season 3 of Killing Eve, I think I think I watched it on Hulu. Amazing. But my favorite season on Killing Eve was season 1. Have you watched Killing Eve?
Nope, I'm not even sure of what that is.
Oh, you'll like it. If you like Ozark, you'll like Killing Eve. I'm not going to give you too much of the details on it, but it's really good. So anything else before we move on?
Not on Netflix. That's all for Netflix.
Okay. So I like to watch stuff on YouTube. I don't know if anyone else does. And John Krasinski has something that I really enjoy watching because he talks about the good stuff. He talks about good things that are happening right now, and he calls it Some Good News, SGN. It's like the top YouTube show for millennials. They love it, and Gen Xers love it. So as a baby boomer, I love it. So I think that it's something that you would enjoy because he goes into a lot of hospitals. He shows healthcare workers dancing, and every episode that he has is about good things that are going on right now. What are you laughing at?
I love you so much. You are so cool that you tell me about what my millennial people are doing. I've never heard of this in my life. And you're like, this is where the millennials are. Meanwhile, I'm somewhere watching French comedy films, right? So you're so fabulous.
That's why we're together. Well, then let me go on because I'm going to go down my path, okay? Because we know a lot of our viewers some of them are a little bit older, and I thought this one might be for them. Get the app TikTok and then go watch Dame Judi Dench dance with her grandson. It's amazing. So I've spent time watching that, and I think that that's helping me get a few moves. Because remember we did one on dance before, so pretty soon I'm going to be on TikTok with my grandson Jack.
I can't wait to see that. So I'm not really doing too much with TikTok, but I have been on Instagram lately, Karen, and there's this series called Versus where every other week they have hip hop stars or R&B stars doing like these battles with each other on Instagram. And last week they had Teddy Riley versus Babyface. Okay, so two of the greatest R&B legends. And it was so fabulous because they completely failed. They had all kinds of technology issues. One of them was just doing the most. He actually had backup dancers with him. Okay, so much for social distancing while the other guy was by himself. Memes galore. So if you want to have a good time, just Google Babyface Teddy Riley memes. You're going to laugh with just cry with laughter. So I've been watching those. There's different ones every week. I think coming up is Dr. Dre versus P. Diddy.
That'd be good.
Yeah, so just to me, those are the kinds of funny things. Not so much just because of the music, but actually because of some of the little tech hiccups and little things that happen during the actual broadcast that just tickle me.
So you got me thinking about one. So I started watching, I don't know if any of you guys are watching Jimmy Fallon at home now. So Jimmy, all the night shows. Do you watch any of those, Crystal? So it's kind of, hard without any sort of clapping. And I realized that I'm not crazy because when I'm doing a presentation that's virtual, I need the applause. I need the laughter. Like, did they get that? And when you don't hear it and you don't get it, it falls flat. So Jimmy's there with his kids and it's okay. It's okay. But the one that you've got to go watch, and maybe you have, was SNL last week. Okay, guys, did you see it? Ooh.
Some of it, yeah.
I just think even your kids could watch the first opening. It was amazing. And what I loved about it was how they played with Zoom or whatever the technology is that they were using. And I know that like sometimes my hand goes through to Crystal. I can't even do it. Like 2 weeks ago, we were going to hit high five. And they were trying to put their arm around each other and it wasn't working. And I was laughing because it was good comedy. It was good. They're very good. But it was for me a lot of fun. Do you have one? Because I have one more that I got to share.
Share your one more. What is your last one? I'm curious.
Okay. Please, you got to tune in to Wendy Williams at Home. Has anybody watched when you don't know who that is?
I know who that is. She's terrible.
Oh no, please go. You can do it.
Terrible human.
I don't know how good or bad she is. I just stumbled upon Wendy Williams at Home. It is the most bizarre. It's Wendy Williams at home alone with her cats. And there's so much in her kitchen, from a Betty Boop doll to, you've just got to tune in. And she actually eats while she's talking to you. if you want to just see, I just tune in now every day just to see what she's talking about because it's hysterical. It's the most bizarre thing I've seen. And you know what? That's it for me. I don't have any more. I mean, I have tons more, but that's all I've got to talk about today.
All I know is there's tons of things out there. You know, let yourself wander around these different social networks and these different streaming services. There is stuff for any kind of taste. If you want to see documentaries, comedy, whatever you want, it's there. No matter how weird it is, it's there.
Yeah, it's there. And you know what? This is a chance for you to tell us what you're watching. So don't forget, put things into the comments. We want to hear about it. And we would love to even tune into something different and new.
Yeah, what are you watching? Let us know. I need some more stuff.
So yeah, what are you watching? Let us know. See ya.